Thank you for coming today, and good morning. I'm going to get with the reading without further ado. Get screwed. You got to have a halfway decent hammer, not too heavy, not too light. It should do the work for you. Joe Tove. How to assemble a good toolkit. Step 1. Buy the basics. And do not cheap out either. Good quality tools will not only get the job done more quickly and safely, but they'll also last you a lifetime, saving you money in the long run. Plus, they'll make you look like you know what you're doing. So these are the things you should invest in. A hammer. A 16-ouncer will drive any nail. Old school wooden handles are fine, but fiberglass or graphite handles absorb the shock better. Make sure it's curved claw on its rear too, so you can remove old or wonky nails. 2 screwdrivers. You need a 4-pointed Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. Higher quality usually means a harder tip, which will help prevent bending, chipping, or breaking. If you can splurge, get 2 of each with different head sizes. 2 pairs of pliers. Pick up a pair of adjustable pliers that won't slip when you grip, and a set of needle nose with rubber-coated handles for added safety. A measuring tape. Get a long, fat one, 25 feet by 1 inch thick. That way, if you have to measure something big, it won't go limp. Plus, it'll look cooler hanging from your belt. You know what they say about a person with a bigger measuring tape? A good measure. A utility knife. Nab a metal one with replaceable blades, not a plastic one, or it'll surely crack. A level. A 2-footer will set you straight. A handsaw. A 14-inch handsaw will probably fit in your box, and it'll probably be sturdy enough to make the necessary cuts. If you prefer a high-tech one, pick up a circular saw. Fasteners. Pick up a good assortment of screws, nails, and anchors, and if you plan on hanging pictures, some hooks and wire. A stud finder. It'll make hanging things much easier. Step 2. Invest in safety gear. Now, don't just roll your eyes at this one, or you may not have 2 eyes to roll for long. Always wear goggles to protect your peepers. 1 sliver of a splint nail can do more damage than you probably can imagine. Also pick up a decent pair of leather work gloves to protect your hands and keep them soft. You may not care about the last part, but someday, sweetie, you will. If you plan on sanding something, invest in a dust mask as well. Step 3. Box them up. Get a good metal box with a sturdy clasp. When in doubt, choose red. You'll never lose it, and you'll look good carrying it too. More handy tips. Good tools last forever. If they're too expensive at your local hardware store, consider picking them up at your local flea market. You can usually find some great deals there. Got a little extra to spend? Invest in a cordless drill and a set of drill bits too. Be generous with your tools. If a friend or neighbor asks to borrow one, allow it. And if you need to borrow a tool for someone else, just be sure to return it as soon as you finish with the task at hand. That is so true. When I first came into this neighborhood, my neighbor wanted to let me borrow his lawnmower. And I didn't want to, but now I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to help me out, be neighborly. And we've all been there before when a lawnmower breaks down and you need to cut your grass and someone's like, hey, I'll help you out, or, so we all need to be more neighborly with one another. And I think this world will be a lot better, especially the United States. I don't know about anything else, but I know a lot about the United States being well traveled. If everyone was more neighborly, things would be a lot different. So, you guys have a wonderful morning, and thank you for coming, and I'll keep it going. Have a good day.